A local man springs into action after a car burst into flames with someone still inside. Good evening and thanks for watching tonight. I'm Todd Blackington. A local man is being hailed as a hero after his actions this past weekend. Our Logan McDougal sat down with Corey Cusack to find out what he did that was so out of the ordinary.
I was heading home to go have dinner at a friend's house, and I was talking to my wife on the phone and noticed there was a car on fire driving down Jefferson coming through the Jefferson and Oak intersection. I raced after the vehicle that was on fire. That seemed like the whole back of the car was completely engulfed in flames coming from underneath and on the back of the car. I followed him to the car, came to a stop, jumped out of my truck. After I jumped out of my truck, I noticed that there wasn't any movement in the car, and you couldn't see really through the windows because all the smoke inside the car. So after a couple of seconds of not seeing any movement, anybody jumping out of the car or anything, I ran up to the side of the car and lifted the handle. The door didn't open. I tried it a bunch of times. Nothing happened, so at that point the window had come down. I think he rolled the window down, and I was frantically trying to grab for an inside door handle, trying to get the door unlocked. Finally got the door unlocked from the inside, got the door open, and that's when I saw the driver of the vehicle inside choking and coughing on the smoke. The whole inside of the car was filled with toxic, nasty smoke. At that point, I tried to get the guy to get out himself. He wouldn't get out. I think just because of the condition of the smoke and whatnot. So I grabbed his arm, and it was all kind of a blur, but grabbed his arm, tried to pull him out, and slipped. That didn't work, so I grabbed his leg and drug him out of the car just to get him away from the fire and the fuel that was all over the ground.
The fire engine arrived, the battalion chief. We saw the vehicle was on fire, and there was a person who was being held by police who tried to go into the car to get his dog back out.
Asked the guy if there was anybody else in the vehicle. He said there wasn't anybody else, but there was his dog in the back seat. At that point, it was kind of mass chaos. We're trying to get the fire slowed down, trying to find fire extinguishers, things like that, but it didn't really pan out. I guess the dog didn't survive, but we did the best we could with what we had. So,
if Corey wouldn't have acted like he did, there's a high possibility that we would have lost one of our residents that night.
Now, when asked why he put himself at risk rushing to the aid of a stranger, Corey said he was scared to death, an honest answer, but he just reacted to the situation.